Okay, imagine this. You're walking down the street, maybe in Tokyo, maybe in Kyoto, and you finish your ramune, that delicious Japanese soda. You look around for a trash can, but there's nothing. You walk a little further, still nothing. You start to think, am I missing something? Is there some secret trash can language I don't understand? And the weird thing is, even though there are almost no public trash cans, Japan is spotless. So how do they do it? Well, that's what we're going to unravel today, a story about cultural norms, historical events, and a whole lot of personal responsibility. Let's get to it. So to understand this trash can mystery, we have to go back to 1995, a year that tragically changed Japan. On March 20th, members of a cult released sarin gas on the Tokyo subway. The attack killed 13 people and injured thousands. It was a horrifying event, and it shook Japan to its core. Now, what does this have to do with trash cans? Well, the sarin gas was released from plastic bags that had been left on the subway, often hidden in or near public trash cans. In the aftermath of the attack, as a security measure, the Japanese government removed a vast number of public trash cans, especially in high-traffic areas like train stations. The idea was to make it more difficult for someone to plant a bomb or release a chemical weapon. And you know what? It worked. In the years since, Japan has remained remarkably safe from terrorism, but the absence of trash cans, that kind of stuck. But here's the thing, even without public trash cans everywhere, Japan didn't descend into chaos. It didn't become some dystopian nightmare where trash piled up on the streets. And that's because, in many ways, cleanliness is deeply ingrained in Japanese culture. From a young age, kids are taught to clean up after themselves. They clean their classrooms, they clean the hallways, they even clean the school toilets. It's a group effort, and it instills this sense of responsibility for shared spaces. This extends beyond schools, too. Think about it. Have you ever seen a messy Japanese garden, or a littered Shinto shrine? These places are revered, and keeping them clean is a sign of respect. So, when the trash cans disappeared, people simply adapted. They started carrying their trash with them, taking it home to dispose of properly. It wasn't about following strict rules. It was about maintaining a sense of collective responsibility for the community and the environment. Chapter 3. Now let's talk about Japan's waste management system because it's serious business and it plays a role in this whole trash can situation. You see, in Japan you don't just chuck everything into one bin and call it a day. Oh no, there's a whole sorting process that's way more complex than figuring out what to watch on Netflix. We're talking separate bins for burnable trash, non-burnable trash, plastic bottles, aluminum cans, glass bottles, PET bottles, and that's just the tip of the recycling iceberg. And each category might have its own specific collection day, so you can't just put your trash out whenever you feel like it. It's like a weekly trash can puzzle. This intricate system means that public trash cans would be incredibly difficult to manage. Imagine trying to fit separate bins for every single category on every street corner. It would be chaos. Chapter 4. Alright, so by now you're probably wondering, if there are no trash cans, what am I supposed to do with my empty onigiri wrapper when I'm out and about? Don't worry, it's not a complete trash can dessert. Most convenience stores, those ubiquitous konbini that you find on practically every corner in Japan, they'll have trash cans. And not just any trash cans, these are often meticulously organized with separate compartments for different waste categories. You'll also find trash cans, usually with sorting options, in train stations, often near the vending machines, and in fast food restaurants and department stores. But the general rule of thumb is, if you generate trash, be prepared to carry it with you until you find an appropriate place to dispose of it. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Just think of it as a small act of kindness for the environment and the community. Chapter 5. You know, one of the things that always strikes me about Japan is the strong sense of community, and this plays a huge role in keeping the country clean. In many neighborhoods you'll find residents, often volunteers, sweeping the streets, picking up litter, and generally keeping things tidy. It's not because the government forces them to, but because they take pride in their community and want to contribute to its well-being. Public spaces are seen as extensions of people's homes, and nobody wants to live in a messy home, right? So even without strict littering laws or the constant threat of fines, people are motivated to keep their surroundings clean. It's this sense of collective responsibility, this understanding that we're all in this together, that makes all the difference. Outro. So, there you have it, the mystery of Japan's missing trash cans, solved. It's a fascinating example of how cultural norms, historical events, and a strong sense of civic duty can shape a society's relationship with something as seemingly mundane as trash. What do you think? Could you imagine adopting a similar approach in your own community? Would you be willing to carry your trash home if it meant contributing to a cleaner environment? I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's continue the conversation. And hey, if you enjoyed this little cultural exploration, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more. Remember, cleanliness isn't just about bins, it's about mindset. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.